When we think about any housing project, you will find that some projects go just like this. But for other projects, you'll find there are a lot of issues. It's like a nightmare. So many customer complaints come. There are some issues with respect to penalty. There's an issue with respect to delays, and so many things happens. Often we blame the engineering, but actually the problem is not there. The problem is more with respect to the planning and executing that, whether everything has been happening as per the plan or not. Abraham Lincoln has said a very interesting thing. He said that if I'm given 6 hours to cut a tree, then I will spend 4 hours at least to sharpen my axe. When we see from the perspective of an automotive industry, often when we think about any new product development, the questions which generally are coming that the problems are with respect to resources, maybe the product is not good, maybe the complaints are very high, maybe whatever the process capability that we're thinking that is not coming as per that, maybe the cost that was decided was like this, but actually it has gone like this, and there can be so many things which generally people are talking about it. Often it is said that when we are talking about problems, it is more related to the production. But in reality, the problem started much more earlier. When we talk about APQP and PPAP, starting first with APQP, primarily there are 5 phases with respect to that, starting from planning, then product design, process design, validation, and then finally feedback assessment. When we talk about PPAP, often the first thing that comes is the 18 documents which are there and the 5 different phases, phase 1 to phase 5. And depending on the customer requirement, we need to see that which phase we have to follow. But the most important thing is not the 5 phases, not the 18 documents. They are the requirement. But we need to ask certain important questions to understand so that we can come to know what exactly is most important. When we talk in context of APQP, the 4 key questions which are important is that are we identifying all the possible risk early? It can be about product, it can be about process, it can be with respect to the business also. Then the second is with respect to are all the different processes starting from marketing process, new product development, purchasing, production, stores, dispatch are all aligned together or not? Then the next important question is, do we have sufficient resources so that we can execute the project on time? And certainly the most important thing with respect to the cost and the time, that whether we'll be able to meet the cost and the time target on it. Because often we think that APQP is a quality activity, but actually it is a business planning activity. Because we need to understand one more thing apart from APQP is that excellent planning alone does not guarantee success. There are certain more things which are required. Now here comes the role of PPAP. Now think about a component, maybe a world-class component that we have developed. Now we have to dispatch that particular component, maybe to say Maruti Suzuki, maybe Toyota, maybe General Motors or Ford. Now can we just dispatch any product in any way, or will make sure that all the requirements are being taken care of? Again, there are certain questions that we need to ask before we go further, that are we really ready to go ahead with the mass production or not? Now the second question is that if our manufacturing process is capable to consistently deliver the product as per the quality level as we have agreed. Then the third question is with respect to the quantity, that whatever is the agreement with respect to the quantity that we have with the customer, can we dispatch as per that runner rate or not? And then certainly, can we ensure that we'll be able to maintain that customer trust that we have built over the years by dispatching this material out? Because again, PPAP is not a paperwork, it's a business confidence that we are giving it to the customer. Now talking about some of the key differences between APQP and PPAP. When we talk about APQP, primarily the intent is let's build it right. But when we talk about PPAP, it's talking about show me that you have built it right. When we talk about APQP, the main question is that what are the possible ways in which something can go wrong? What are the possible risks? And when we talk about PPAP, it's talking about that have we prevented all the possible risks and taken action with respect to that. When we talk about PPAP, it's only planning with respect to investing the money, but the PPAP is talking about that have you protected that money well enough so that we can get the desired results or not. In the end, I will say that when we talk about PPAP, it is about building the confidence inside the company, but when we talk about PPAP, It is talking about building the confidence outside the company. Now, let's assume that we have developed a new product. We have got a new business and we started the planning, and then we did everything as per the plan. The material was purchased, the team was there, cross-functional team worked together very well, and then finally one PPAP lot has been delivered. But then we realize that the process capability is not up to the bar. What happens after that? Everything is getting rejected. The customer confidence is going down. Maybe the premium freight starts. Maybe certain other thing with respect to the delivery, the cost of the production, everything is getting increased. And why all thing is happening? Just because either the planning is not right, or maybe if the planning is right, we never made sure that the execution is done as per whatever has been planned or not. So to summarize it, finally, when we talk about PPAP, it's about how we can reduce the uncertainty. Whereas when we talk about PPAP, it is ensuring that how we are building the confidence not only to the internal stakeholder but also to the external stakeholders. Because both together protect the revenue, customer trust and the business reputation. Because it's very important to understand that often we confuse APQP and PPAP to be one, even though they are different, but still they are interlinked with each other, and they make sure that how we can master the both so they can get the desired results. My next video will again be with respect to the difference between two other interesting categories. Regularly, I'm getting a lot of feedback from your side, and they are helping you to understand your expectations. So please do partake of them. In case you like this kind of videos and blog, you can always share with your friends and colleagues, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and my website bhavyamangla.com. In case you want to understand a little bit more about this particular video, you'll find a link below. If you click that, you'll find a blog there. There you find this information in much more detail. Recently, I published a book with respect to supply chain management. In case you want to understand more, to know more about it, again, you will find a link below, and there you can find more information about it. Thank you.